lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. Cool FM. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is Cool News at 4.
Good afternoon, and this is Cool News at 4. I'm Cairo. Sub-appointed son of God Apollo Kibuloy pleaded not guilty to a qualified human trafficking charge before Pasig City Regional Trial Court on Friday. The Embaro founder and leader of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ appeared before the court for the first time for his arraignment and pre-trial. Kibuloy is facing non-bailable qualified human trafficking charges under Section 4A of Republic Act 9208 as amended. The case was filed at the Pasig City RTC Branch 159 in April. Other accused were Jacqueline Roy, Resente Canada, Pauline Canada, Ingrid Canada, and Sylvia Semanes, who all likewise entered a not guilty plea during the arraignment. The sect leader is currently detained at the Philippine National Police Coastal Center in Camp Carmen in Quezon City following his arrest in the KGC compound in Davao City last Sunday, September 8. Kibuloy and the other respondents surrendered after the PNP's 24-hour ultimatum, PNP spokesperson Colon Juan Farjado said. More alleged victims of Kingdom of Jesus Christ KGC founder Apollo Kibuloy are willing to testify against him in the Senate, Senator Risa Hontiveros said on Friday. Give me one moment. Okay. All right. We will make Kibuloy and his co-accused appear before the Senate, Hontiveros said in a statement. More victims are willing to testify and fight for their humanity, their dignity, and the whole truth, she added. On Wednesday, Philippine National Police spokesperson Colon Juan Farjado also said they are gathering more testimonies and pieces of evidence after being approached by a new batch of victims who revealed harrowing details. Farjado said the victims, some as young as 12 to 13 years old, were allegedly assured by Kibuloy that they remain pure and intact because they had sex with the Spirit of God. Kibuloy also allegedly warned the victims that an angel of death will go after them if they break the code of secrecy. In January, Hontiveros' panel heard the testimony of one of Kibuloy's alleged victims with an alias of Amanda, who was the first to break her silence publicly about Kibuloy's alleged sexual abuse. Hontiveros thanked Amanda for her courage, which she said inspired more victim survivors to fight for justice. She is the one who first testified in public through the Senate to reveal the systematic rape, abuse, and exploitations of Kibuloy, she said. The grief case of dismissed Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo has been transferred from the Capas Tarlac Regional Trial Court to the Valenzuela City RTC according to the Capas Court's order. Based on the order issued by Capas, Tarlac RTC Branch 109, Guo's case was transferred as the town has no jurisdiction over the ex-mayor's case. A copy of the court order was sent to reporters on Friday by the Office of Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino. The document cited Section 2 of Republic Act No. 10660, or an act strengthening further the functional and structural organization of the Santigan Bayan as the reason for the case transfer. It explained that the government officials classified as having a salary grade of 27 and above cannot be filed with the case under the jurisdiction where they held a post. This covers provincial governors, vice governors, members of the Sangguniang Panglalawigan, and provincial treasurers, assessors, engineers, and other provincial department heads, city mayors, vice mayors, members of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, city treasurers, assessors, engineers, and other city department heads, among others. Furthermore, the order said that Guo was supposedly scheduled for an arraignment and pretrial on Friday afternoon for her grief case, but it was cancelled due to lack of jurisdiction. Tolentino, in an interview with reporters, said there will be a raffle on Guo's case at the Venezuelan RTC to determine the judge and branch that will handle the case. According to the senator, the Venezuela City RTC is the nearest court where Guo's case can be transferred. He said the court in Nueva Vizcaya is not viable as it is too far from her current detention center in Quezon City. In another post on X, Tolentino thanked the Kappa Starlight RTC for the transfer. I would like to thank the Regional Trial Court of RTC Kappa Starlight Branch 109 for transferring the case of Alice Guo to the RTC of Venezuela City as this is in conformity with Republic Act 10660. The arraignment today will be rescheduled. Mabuhay ang judiciary. The boss spread. Meanwhile, in a separate post on X, Venezuela City Mayor Sherwin Gachillian hailed the legal prowess of Tolentino. Thanks to the legal, okay, they mispronounced it here, prowess of Senator Francis Tolentino, the case of Guo Huaping, aka Alice Guo, which is criminal case number 10060-24 and 10061-24, PB versus Alice Leo Guo, is on its way to Venezuela City RTC, Gachillian said. This comes full circle as Guo Huaping allegedly lived in Venezuela, her registered address in Venezuela City. She went to Chinese school near Venezuela. Now her case will be tried in Venezuela City, he added. Let me check it again. Okay. Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino, on the other hand, has noted a lower court's decision to transfer the cases filed against dismissed Baba Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo from the Tarlac Regional Trial Court to Venezuela City RTC to rectify the error in the jurisdiction that he pointed out in the Senate committee hearing last Tuesday. If you remember, on Tuesday I said that RTC in Capas Tarlac has no jurisdiction over the cases of Alice Guo. The supposed arraignment of Alice Guo later this afternoon, September 13, in Capas Tarlac was already cancelled by the Tarlac RTC and confirmed with my position that they do not have the jurisdiction. What will happen now is that the cases against Alice Guo are transferred to the right RTC, Tolentino said. During the hearing of the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality with the Committees on Migrant Workers and Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, Tolentino manifested that the Tarlac Regional Trial Court has no jurisdiction over the grave charges against Guo. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has turned 67 today on Friday, September 13, and First Lady Lisa Arrieta Marcos were all praises for her tender-hearted and compassionate husband. To the sweetest and kindest soul I have ever known, I am so proud of everything you have accomplished, and through it all you have remained the same tender-hearted, compassionate person who first captured my heart, she wrote on Facebook. I love you to the moon and back, and I always will, she added. According to the official website of the president, the first couple's love story started in New York City, where they met for the first time in 1988, while she was studying and working as a lawyer. On April 17, 1993, they got married at the San Francisco convent in Fiesole, Italy. Marco's son, Joseph, Sandro, and William also greeted him on his birthday through his official Facebook page. His youngest, William, wished his father to have more free time and not to get too stressed out. The eldest son, Joseph, remembered his moments with his father listening to music they both like. Sandro, meanwhile, cited all the things he has learned from his father. I have learned so much from him, and I continue to learn so much from him, he said. I hope you know that we will always be behind you, he added. As a posting, President Marcos was in Nueva Ecija for the launching of Agri Punuhan at Pantawid program, as well as for the distribution of certificates of conjunction in agriculture. And an extradition request for the United States for Opal Kipler may be coming soon, the Department of Justice said on Friday. So far, we have not received any extradition requests, but Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla notes that the official request from the United States is coming, said the Jade Interagency Council Against Trafficking Undersecretary Nicholas Felix T.Y. in the Bagong Pilipinas Dayon briefing. T.Y. said the Department of Foreign Affairs will accept the U.S. extradition requests. The DFA will then conduct a preliminary review of the request before forwarding it to the DOJ. Then we also have our own assessments. For example, we will check if the offense is extraditable or if it's covered by our extradition treaty with the United States, said TY. After that, we will file a case before the regional trial court where a trial will be conducted to determine whether or not Kibuloy deserves to be extradited, he added. All right, it is now 4:10 in the afternoon, and we will be right back right here on koolNews at 4. Stick around. Welcome back to koolNews at 4. The World Bank warned that despite expected interest rate cuts, the Philippine economy may still miss the Marcos administration's growth target next year due to a slowing global economy. World Bank lead economics for Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Thailand, Gonzalo Varela, said their 6% growth forecast for this year and next already factors in the BSP's rate cuts. The latest outlook shows a slight upgrade in growth expectations. In an early report issued in June, the World Bank had projected growth to hit 5.8% this year and 5.9% next year. If the projection comes true, gross domestic product expansion in 2024 would match the low end of the 6 to 7% growth target of the Marcos administration, but would fail to hit the 2025 goal of 6.5 to 7.5% growth. While the easing of monetary policy could boost consumption and private investments, Varela said the Philippine economy would not be spared from the impact of sluggish global growth. The Philippines cannot escape gravity, he told reporters on the sidelines of the 22nd International CEO Conference of the Management Association of the Philippines. So even if, on the one hand, you have expectations of BSP loosening monetary policy, that will stimulate consumption and investment, at the same time, you have a global economy that is going to be slow. It is going to be more difficult to navigate, he added. At its August 15 meeting, the Policymaking Monetary Board slashed the benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points to 6.45%. That kicked off what Governor Eli Ramon Lona Jr. had called a calibrated easing cycle while hinting at another cut of the same size either at the October or December meeting of the MB. By reducing borrowing costs, the BSP wanted to boost consumption, a traditional growth driver. World Bank's Varela said similar moves by the U.S. Federal Reserve could give the BSP some space to further slash rates. But those rate cuts work with a lag, meaning these adjustments would take months to be fully absorbed by the local financial system. That said, Remolas explained that the relevant policy horizon is 2025. The projected decline in interest rates coincided with the preparation of World Bank for a new lending plan for the Philippines under its upcoming country partnership framework 2025 to 2028, which seeks to help the country transition to an upper middle income economy while staying resilient to climate change. Varela said World Bank would likely launch the fresh financing program for the Philippines by early 2025. While he did not say how much the bank is planning to lend to the Philippines, Varela said the program is expected to expand. But once the Philippines reaches the upper middle income economic status, it would lose access to congressional interest rates offered by official development assistance loans. Still, Varela said there are ways for the Philippines to secure cheap financing from World Bank when it climbs the income bracket. We can bring in not just our financing, but also transfer funds from donors so that we can support the Philippines in a way that interest rates end up being reduced. Because we can blend a grant with loans, Varela said. For example, you have a loan of 100 million, a loan of 90 million that you complement with 10 million of a grant. So you end up with a financing envelope of 100 million, but you only pay on the 90 million, he added. Meanwhile, with his Marcos' birthday, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. wished that the lives of Filipino farmers would improve with the help of the various agricultural programs of the government. On his 67th birthday Friday, September 13, Marcos led the launching of the Agri Punahan at Pantawit program in Nueva. Every farmer in the Philippines should feel this program and all the programs being done at the DA, everything we are doing with the help of the DBB, and all the financing institutions. The president said in a chance interview when asked for his birthday wish. The entire agriculture system, my birthday wish is to develop the agriculture sector so that the lives of every farmer, their family, and every Filipino can be better.
I wish makarami ito talagang lahat ng bawat magsasaka ng Pilipinas marunong itong programa nito. At lahat ng programa na ginagawa natin sa Department of Agriculture, lahat ng ginagawa natin sa pagtulong ng DBP, lahat ng mga financing institution, lahat ko, yung buong sistema ng agrikultura ay ang birthday wish ko, mabuo na natin para maganda ang takbo ng sektor ng agrikultura para gumanda ang buhay ng bawat magsasaka, ng kanilang pamilya at ng bawat Pilipino.
The APP program aims to assist rice farmer members of agricultural cooperatives tilling 1.2 million hectares of land nationwide. One of its goals is to raise farmers' productivity and income by providing low-cost credit, financial assistance, and a ready market for their harvest as it offers credit facilities to rice farmers and cooperatives for 50,000 hectares of land during the dry cropping season from 2024 to 2025. In a statement, the DA said an AP planting rice on 1 hectare of land will receive a net allowance of 58,000 pesos, which includes a subsistence allowance of 32,000 pesos to be given 8,000 pesos monthly for 4 months. Another treat of Marcos' birthday is government to pay for medical bills and service at level 3 public hospitals on September 13. Marcos announced this on the sidelines of the Agri-Punahan at Pantawid program launching in Nueva Ecija. In a separate statement, the Department of Health said the government will cover all inpatient, outpatient, and emergency medical service at all level 3 public hospitals nationwide. The president's birthday treat should include hospital bills, drugs and medicines, laboratory and diagnostic procedures, dental service, implants, therapy, and rehabilitative service, chemotherapy, and dialysis. To avail of the free service, the DOH said patients must undergo an interview and evaluation at the hospital's medical social service. The assistance will be provided through the DOH Medical Assistance for Indigent and Financially Incapacitated Patients Program. We also aim to help our countrymen with medical needs, Marcos said in a chance interview. So on this day, we will answer all the fees of patients in all public level 3 hospitals nationwide, such as Dr. Paulino Garcia Memorial Hospital here for you, he added. In another event also in Nueva Ecija, Marcos said the free medical bill will be funded by the Office of the President. We have allocated more than 300 million pesos in funds from my office to make the service of public territory hospitals in the country free, such as the PGH in Manila, the Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center in Cebu City, and the Ama Papak in Marawi and other government hospitals, he said. To these patients, we have answered the expenses for this day. You don't have to worry about the matter of the fees, he added. Let's get into some showbiz happenings now. And trigger warning, this is going to be a little bit sensitive. And so, Mario, one of the members of the now defunct Pretty musical group Sugar Pop, spoke up on the alleged sexual abuse he suffered at the hands of musical director Danny Tan when the former was just 12 years old. Mario came forward through a YouTube video with singer Gerald Santos, who earlier revealed Tan as his alleged sexual abuser. In the video shared on Thursday, September 12th, Santos said Amario reached out to him and disclosed a similar unfortunate experience with the musical director. Santos noted that Amario already gave testimony about the abuse that transpired in 2008. Santos stated that the latter's father also got in touch with him to report for the victims of Tan. Almario then expressed his gratitude to Santos for being the first to come forward and subsequently urged other sexual abuse victims to speak up. Their legal counsel, who was with them in the video, then stressed that they would take the necessary steps to put a stop to Tan's alleged abuse. Almario then shared Santos' video in the Facebook story with the former saying he is no longer afraid to speak up about the alleged abuse. In a succeeding post, Almario also addressed those reaching out to him and lamented how he is still struggling to find the right words or feelings to respond. This is what he said. I am also in an indescribably uneasy place after writing down everything that happened from start to finish. Reliving those moments feels like I'm back in that powerless, deceived state, and with the understanding I have now, it's impossible not to get emotional, he said. To anyone else who was the victim of this person, speak up and free yourself. This wasn't our fault. He took advantage of our innocence, he continued, referring to time. I sincerely hope to get justice, not just for ourselves, but for the potential victims he may be targeting and everyone he already preyed on. And that is it for Cool News at 4. As always, if you have any news suggestions or feedback that you would like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvh.news@gmail.com. Until then, I'm Caro, and we'll see you later for more news happens with Cool News at 6. Good afternoon.